I've crashed and burned in this last 6 miles.
This is where I grew up, this is where my love of trails started.
So it's the day of the Beachy Head Marathon and Ultra, and they are about to set off. It's about 8 AM in the morning, and the runners are all going to be coming up this big hill here. So right in the first mile they have a big hill to contend with. Carla is all warmed up, so I just said good luck to her at the start line, so hopefully in a moment we're going to see her coming up this hill. But overall it looks like a nice day for it. Last night we were a bit worried because we could hear kind of stormy weather outside, loads of rain pounding on our windows, but luckily it's cleared and actually there's a bit of sunshine now as well. So fingers crossed they have some good weather for it, not too windy, and they can enjoy the marathon and ultra out there today. Good luck, Stephen, enjoy. Have a good one. No, not today. Having a rest. Go for it, Carla. Wow, big stream of people still coming up. And you can see as well, there's a bit of gridlock so far up there with the sheer amount of people trying to get up. So we've got the last few runners just coming through now. A lot of runners, yeah. Someone did say to me actually that it is one of the biggest trail marathons that we have here in the UK, and seeing it, the amount of people setting off at the start, you can see why. Yeah, good steady stream. You saw a bit of a pile up back there as well, people trying to get up, and you might be able to hear bagpipes. That is bagpipes.
Yeah, I've played for the last 5 or so years here, and they always sort out the weather. It's beautiful today.
And what do you think it is about having bagpipes at this particular part of the race? Is it the motivation it can give people maybe going up the hills, or?
I think so, yeah. I think before the start when I was tuning up, I met a few Scottish people and they were quite happy to hear that there was going to be bagpipes, and you get a really good response with people kind of piling up the hill because it's a very, very steep start, and I was knackered just walking up here by myself. So I'll play later on at West Dean at the steps there, which, yeah, they tend to place me where there's a massive climb. So yeah, I think you're right. It must be a fairly motivational thing to kind of make people run away from me up a hill or something like that. I don't know, but it's always a good job to have, and it's lovely to play outside in a day like this. Yeah. That's what you need to motivate you to get up that massive hill. Good bit of bagpipes. So the start line behind me is also where the runners finished today, so they're going to be running back through that arch. And what that means is that the hill that they went up at the start will also be the hill that they come down at the end. And I was just standing on it a minute ago, and actually it's quite slippery there, so I think it's going to make for quite a hairy finish. Right, we got first place just coming in. So Tom, firstly, congrats on the win today. Super stuff. How did you find it out there?
Yeah, it's cool. It's always nice to. This is a pretty last-minute entry, and I was at school in Eastbourne. My parents live in Heathfield, it's only half an hour away. So this is where I grew up. This is where my love of trails started. So yes, it's amazing running on the international scene and running cool races like UTMB and Madeira, but this is where I grew up. This is home. These are my home trails. Yes, they're not massive mountains, but a day on the trails is amazing. So yeah, it's super nice to come home.
And I'm interested to know how you ran it today, because I know on a podcast a couple of weeks ago you were saying that you might run the first half easier and then kind of push it in the second half. But how did you play it today in the end?
Yeah, pretty much like that. It was, the first half was actually a bit easier than the second half. It actually got pretty warm in the second half. So yeah, I took the first. My plan was to stick with whoever was going to lead it to the halfway point, but after a couple of minutes it was just a bit too easy, and I wanted to get a good training session out of it. So yeah, I sort of pushed on a little bit and maybe ran a bit harder than planned for the first half, and then yeah, picked it up sort of average of about 5 heartbeats a minute for the second half, and that panned well, and I wanted to finish strong, and yeah, so yeah, I was really happy, and the legs felt good after not very much training, and yeah, quite a lot of downtime post UTMB, so yeah, nice to get a race, and yeah, a really good training session.
And you've obviously had amazing success this year with 3rd place at UTMB, so great, great race there. What are your plans for next year, and what have you got coming up?
Yeah, so next year is, well, between now and next year is all about getting some relative speed back, and next year I'll race Black Canyons in the US as a build-up race to to Western States, and I've already got a golden ticket, which is great because that just takes out any stress. Never say never to another UTMB, see how Western States goes, and then I've got a big project for next year that will be trying to regain the FKT at the Bob Graham round.
Super, thanks so much for talking to us,
thanks
Tommy,
very much.
and congrats again for today.
Perfect,
as well.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Well done, buddy, great stuff. Right, so that's 2nd place there on the way through. He's got under a mile to go. Let's have a look. Yeah, about 0.4 of a mile, so not long for him at all. He'll be coming in after Tom Evans in 1st place there. Really good to chat with him at the finish line as well. Now I'm going to head out a bit further along the course, and I'm going to see if I can see some of the runners coming this way. Carla, I should be meeting about 20 miles in. If I've planned this right, if the timing is right, then I see her about 20 miles, and then going to run with her a bit and then catch her coming in at the finish too. Well done, buddy, good going. You're 3rd at the moment. Well done, Neil. Well done, not far to go, good going.
Only one more.
Super running. 1st woman, great stuff, well done. Just bumped into Stephen here. Not feeling good at the moment.
No, well, I was going for 4 hours.
Okay.
And so I was pushing it a little bit on the first half. Got to first half in 1:55, but this marathon, it's always the case that if you don't watch yourself and save something for the hills at the end, you'll be screwed. I haven't fueled very well.
If you're not
Thank you very much. So I've crashed and burned in this last 6 miles. So it's basically a death march to the finish now. Hopefully get in before 4.5 hours. Just managed to get to the end before I collapse on the floor.
But yeah, keep going, buddy. Well done.
Good man, come and get some sugar.
Jaffa cakes, really
Highly
good
recommended.
tip. Highly recommended.
All right, keep it going, Stephen. Yeah, doing good.
Ben.
I recognise someone there. That is Telmo. Telmo,
Hello.
how you doing, buddy? You all right?
Yeah.
Feeling good? Feeling all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Looking good.
Not sure about that.
You are, trust me. How's fueling going and everything like that?
You what?
You feeling all right with food and stuff?
Yeah, a bit of a dicky time, yeah.
Aye.
Nothing, mate. Always nothing.
Looking strong, though, buddy. Well done. I'll let you get on. Enjoy. See you at the finish. Well done, guys. Good going. Well done, Centurion. Well done. Okay, so just bumped into Jez here. How are you getting on? How are you finding it today? So we're about, what, 20 something miles in?
Nearly 22 miles.
Yeah, how are
fine.
you finding
really enjoying it? The quads are aching a bit. Apart from that, it's good. Nice weather.
How's it going, Ben? How are you finding it? All right.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not easy hills, are these?
No, they don't seem to get any easier. I'm
No.
sure they've got steeper this year.
I reckon they've altered it. When the race finishes, I'm going to put in a complaint and say that I know that they were steepened.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spoke to Ben and they were steepened. We know that.
How's Carla doing?
So I'm going to go and meet her. Actually, I think she's just back.
I was going to say I passed her.
Oh, did you? You saw her early on? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
about halfway. Yeah.
How's she looking?
Yeah, she seemed alright. She's
Cool.
running freely.
Enjoy the rest of it. Doing good, buddy. Well done. How you doing, Gary?
Alright.
Doing good? You alright?
Yeah.
How you finding it?
Hard, obviously. I was doing well up until Seven Sisters, and then it's just a bit tough.
Not easy,
and
these
down.
hills. Very up and down, isn't
Up
it?
and down, yeah. Apart from that, I had a good race. So I'm way ahead of where I thought I would be. So
Oh, good. Good times.
last time I hit was about 6 hours, so should be about 5:10.
That's good going then. Yeah, really good going.
Yeah.
See if you can find Carla. She's probably
Yeah.
ahead. She's probably.
Hope I haven't missed her.
No, she's very quick,
Like she
isn't
popped,
she?
yeah.
She's
Hopefully she hasn't like popped to the loo in a bush and I've run past her. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Take it easy, Michael. See you soon. Right, I found Carla. She's just got a bit of an achy back, so she is taking a moment. Left her pack to the side. Just taking a moment to stretch out. Is that feeling a bit better?
Yeah.
all those damn hills.
It is.
But yeah, just take a moment, stretch out. You'll be all right. Okay, we've got a couple of miles to go, and how are you doing? How are you feeling?
Hills, isn't it?
Hills indeed. Yeah, we've got to Seven Sisters and it is very up and down. This was the bit we recce'd a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's been your favourite part of today's race so far?
Probably the
Is it hard to think of one at this
yeah,
point?
the foresty bits. Yeah. I'm just hitting the pain cave at the moment.
Not long to go though, you're doing good. One foot in front of the other. Not long to go. And there is a coffee truck at the end.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Picture that coffee truck. Visualise it. Right, it is less than half a mile to go. So it's just the final treacherous downhill. And then Carla will all be all done. Oh, careful not to go left there. How did you find it out there today? And also, how does it compare to the Brighton Trail Marathon, which was your first marathon you did?
Both very hilly, just different kind of hills. With Beachy Head you had like steeper uphills, and then the downhills were quite steep as well. With the Brighton Trail Marathon, they were, you know, it was still quite hilly, but then it was, you couldn't see the hills as much, and it was a bit softer. I'm finding it really hard to know which one was the hardest one. Brighton Trail Marathon, I struggled more with my stomach, but the Beachy Head Marathon I also had problems with my stomach, but it was more towards like the halfway point, and the weather I felt was a lot better. So I think actually it's all those elements combines on the day, which one could, for your own experience, which one could be the hardest one, but they're both just very hilly hilly marathons.
So that is the Beachy Head Marathon 2022, and congrats to everyone who took part. Big thanks to all the volunteers as well. Great day out, really, really nice. Had a very good community feel to it. Lots of people out supporting on various parts of the trail. So yeah, really great event. And I actually loved being along at a race where I wasn't racing, just being able to soak in the whole atmosphere, not having the pressure on running as well. So yeah, I've had a really enjoyable day out here. I might have to do this more often actually, just not do races and turn up to them. But yeah, big congrats to everyone. Well done to Carla. We also had a lot of friends who were taking part today, all did super well and really enjoyed it out there on the trails. So thanks for tuning in everyone, have a good week, enjoy your running, and I'll see you all in the next one.